Alright, so I'm here today to talk about my favorite company, of course, GameStop, the one and only. We got the 1 year chart on the screen here. I want to talk about a couple different things today in today's GME update. Of course, none of it's financial advice, just my personal thoughts and opinions, but first thing I want to go over is, let's just remember here, the price has been dipping from here to here. This is a daily chart. Each candle represents one day, right? So right after earnings here, it was dipping all the way into earnings from the previous earnings after being dipped before that earnings. But right in here, what do we see? What changed? Like, what broke the trend for the time being, or at that time at least? What we saw happen was the board came in and started buying right here. 3 board members, including Ryan Cohen, 3 out of 6 board members, decided now is a good time to go ahead and buy more shares. Well, guess what? We're downtrending again and now starting to hit that same exact level where the board members started buying shares. So the question is, if we go back down here again, the near like 100 range, like maybe 90, even 110, I'm going to be really, really interested to see if board members say, hey, this is where we bought last time. It's time to buy some more shares. They're beating it down. But moving on, the bigger issue here is a couple things have been coming out this past week, and it's really started to get me brainstorming and thinking, as you always should be, because you're an individual investor, and that's your role to yourself. Do your own due diligence. Think for yourself. Always have your own personal thoughts, right? But I'm always just here to talk and help you sort out your thoughts or just have different types of thoughts and perspectives and get you thinking, right? So what I've been thinking is, not what if, we kind of know this, but the SEC's hands, they're tied. They're tied. They know what's happening. Everybody knows what's happening on Wall Street. I know what's happening. You watching this probably know what's happening. They're still abusively shorting it, right? But their hands are tied. But maybe, just maybe, things are starting to turn in the right direction, right? Maybe, right? I want to show you a couple things. So here we have Melvin Capital, right? We'll go one step at a time. Melvin Capital is restructuring its fund. They basically came out and said, listen, we need to, we're basically restarting. Our fund is down 50% since January 2021, or 50 cents on the dollar per, dollar you have invested in the company. It's just I laugh, but I do feel bad for the people invested with Melvin, people with their hard-earned money invested with Melvin, thinking this company is going to help me make money, and they're down 50% in a time where it was up until November we were in one of the biggest bull markets ever, and they were still down at that point, and now they're just beat down even more. So now they're straight up just starting a new fund, right? But it took them forever. Or you wonder, right? Just maybe, is there a reason now? Why now do they choose to create a new fund, right? Is the SEC knocking on their door and they got to sweep something under the rug, right? And then right afterwards, Bill Hwang, right? This guy, you remember this guy? Mr. Archegos, the guy that was so heavy in Discovery and other streaming stocks or something like that. He was ridiculously leveraged up. So leveraged up, 20x leverage, 50x, I don't even know, something ridiculous. He was just, for every dollar he had, he was investing 25 or 50 or just something bonkers. I don't even know. But he just got arrested, and then he got in trouble, and it's about return swaps, equity swaps, a lot of this stuff. It's wait a minute, isn't this what's going on with Citadel and Melvin and all their friends and everything that individuals who are investing in GameStop have been talking about for a long time? But none of my business. But yeah. So what I'm saying here is, maybe, just maybe, things are starting to turn. Maybe the SEC is found a way to wiggle its way out a little and start, doing what it's actually supposed to do, their job, actually protect people. Imagine they did that, but maybe I should give them the benefit of the doubt, and they're actually starting to try and do that. It's possible. Look, these are 2 sequential events that could be leading us towards the path of maybe not necessarily the mother of all short squeezes, towards actual justice in the stock market, actual regulation in the stock market, actual hey, this is a problem, we got to do something about it. Maybe we don't know. The truth is, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe something is shifting behind the scenes. That's all I'm saying. So anything's possible. This really could mean absolutely nothing at the same time. Everything I'm saying right now could be literally nothing. It could just be, more news, more random stuff happening in the world, and have nothing to do with GameStop. But just throwing it out there. It's interesting that these 2 events kind of happen back to back. It kind of makes me think, somebody's knocking on somebody's door, or somebody's talking to somebody behind the scenes, or maybe people are starting to turn on each other that are individual hedge fund short sellers. So a lot of speculation here in this video, but just things that have been on my mind. It seems like something, I can't tell you what, and nobody could, honestly. Something might be going on behind it. Something's happening, right? Like the wheels are churning with this stock split coming up, right? So we'll see. That's all we can do, right? I mean, I just like the stock, so I'm going to keep holding, but have a great day.